Hey, good morning, everybody. Uh, it's Friday morning, and unfortunately, uh, the winter storm has hit us. And, well, you can see I got my thermals, I got my shirt on, I was ready to go to work. Finna to walk out the door and got the call. Don't bother. The roads are too nasty to make the drive to work. Uh, it's about a 40-minute drive to work, and some pretty rough areas, turns, curves, bridges, you name it, uh, hills up and down. So it was pretty nasty. But so since I'm stuck at home, I have picked up some e-waste that, been holding on to, just stocking it up, stocking it up. Some of it's gold bearing, some of it's low grade, maybe some mid grade, but nothing like that. No, I still got some, probably some high telecom or high peripheral, whichever one you want to call it, to break down. But right now, it is too cold out there for me to do that. So I'm going to work on some of this and get it broke down. It has a lot of aluminum attached to it, heat sinks, aluminum casings, backboards, things like that. So I'm just going to work on it, breaking it down. I worked on some small stuff last night. Didn't video, but I worked on some small stuff. A lot of it gold bearing. I haven't started that yet. One, I was waiting on this mess to get through before I started it. I've got a large pickle jar. I then bought a gallon of vinegar. It's 5% vinegar. 12% is a little hard for me to find around here. Hydrogen peroxide is 3%. I've got a couple of bottles of that. That's also kind of hard to find around here any higher than 3%. Even the drugstores, most they carry is 3. So I'm gonna try that. I've got an aerator that I'm gonna put in it. I've watched videos. Some use salt, some don't. Some heat it, some don't. To start with, on the first run when I make this batch up, I am not going to add salt, nor am I going to heat it. I'm going to do this experiment, and I'm going to give it probably 45 days to see how it does. And then I'm going to conduct a second experiment to where I will use the vinegar, the peroxide, and salt with the aerator. And I'm going to run it for 45 days. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take various boards that I have multiple boards of, because I want to see in the experiments by getting the different experiments that I'm going to do, the results on a per board. So I've got about 8 different boards that I have multiple boards of. So I'm going to break them down into groups for each of the 3 tests that I'm going to do. It's probably going to be 4 tests. So I'm going to break them down to doing 4 tests, and then basically uh, show the results of each test and getting the gold off of pins and boards, sockets, things like that. I've watched various videos of it and everything, but nobody has done, that I have found, nobody has done 4 tests, doing 4 different ways, same amount of time, to see what the results are. And being I have these boards, I'm going to do it. And once I do it and get the results after 45 days, I'm gonna turn around and probably whichever one gives me the best results, that's the system I'm going to use. I know Scrooge McDuckin, he has, I believe it's 12% vinegar or 12% hydrogen peroxide and some vinegar, and he uses an aerator. And he just adds to his jar. Now, I'm going to run these boards, specific amount of boards per test, all being the same. I'm not going to deviate as far as, well, I've got 3 boards here, so I'll just add this other board, because I want the results to be conclusive. I want to make them to where y'all will be able to see what the results are after 45 days. I'm probably going to get comments that say, oh, well, you don't need but 10, you don't need but 15, you don't need but 20 for each of these experiments. But I've chose 45 days for a reason. One is 45 days should get me everything recoverable. B, the different board makeups, whether they have pins, slots, gold mastic, or gold fletching, or whatever. C would be, by doing this, it's guaranteed that I can recover 99% in 45 days, rather than do the one process and do it for 10, 15 days, pour out the stuff, see what I get, and then have to remake the batch up, put what didn't come off back in, and go at it again. This way here, it's going to go 45 days, and that's going to be the cutoff. I should recover everything I'm going to recover in 45 days. Some people are going to say, hey, just do 30. Again, I want to do it at 45 days. The last experiment that I'm going to do, now that one there will not make the 45 days, because it'll be using a chemical base. Videos I've seen has been no more than 5 days before the recovery of gold. But it's also putting it into liquid form, bringing it out of liquid form, and going that route. My experiment will be to remove the gold from boards. It will be only that, and I will see what results I have afterwards. So y'all stay tuned for upcoming videos. I'm gonna do some other videos today. I got some stuff in here. Like I said, I'm stuck inside due to the weather. So I went out, got some stuff out of the trailer to bring in here and break down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break it down, and then I'll show the results of the breakdowns. My little dog, she's trying to be all over me. She keeps bumping my hand. She wants to be up here in my lap. So I'm gonna shoot a video after this one and just show you some stuff that I'll be breaking down, and then I will shoot a video of completion of the breakdown and show you what the results are from these items. I've got a basket, a milk crate full of stuff. So I'm gonna video actually going through it, showing you what I got to do or what I want to do, and then I'll show you the end result. All right, so y'all stay tuned for those videos, and if you're new, like, subscribe, and follow me. This is Georgia Dog Scrapper. So leave a comment. Pretty sure a lot of those that are following me already will probably leave comments. But y'all stay tuned. I'll get this video up, and then I'll get a video up following this one, and then probably another one following that one. I'm looking at about 3 days stuck in this house, so y'all just be on the lookout for these videos. I'm gonna try to pop these things out and let y'all see what I'm gonna be up to these 3 days. All right, stay tuned. Like I said, like, subscribe, leave a comment, share it if you can, and we'll holler at you later.